Hey comic fans, and welcome back to another edition of Marvel Monday, where today I'm going to be reviewing Thor God of Thunder Volume 1. Now, Jason Aaron, he is a fantastic writer, and to see him coming onto Thor, I was excited. And once I got my hands on this book, I just couldn't wait to dive deep into what everyone's saying is one of the greatest Thor books that's happened in a long time. And was I disappointed? Hell no, I was not. So in this story, you got three Thors. You got the young Thor, who is the brash man, who's just living life to the fullest. The second Thor is the Thor that we know today. The one that's with the Avengers, the one that's almost like a seasoned veteran, who is in his prime. And the third one is a man who is beyond his prime, who is king of the castle, but nothing is what he hoped. So he's a bitter old man who's ready to die. Now, Thor is only as good as his adversary. And his adversary in this volume is the God Butcher. And to see how sinister this man is, this God Butcher, is absolutely outstanding. And he is definitely a person that you can see is an adversary for Thor. Now, with this book having three Thors in one story, I was intrigued to see how Jason Aaron would deal with this whole entire concept. And it was definitely a concept that could have gone wrong very easily. But Jason Aaron, he was so precise with every single panel, with every single bubble, that you just got the sense that this is a story that he's been thinking of for a long time. And when you first see Thor as a young man starting out the book, he is having sex with women. He is drinking all the beers he wants. He is just a man living life to his fullest. And then he hears a scream from outside. He goes to check what it is. And to his fear, to his thing that he thought never could happen, there's a head of a god. And to see the fear in Thor's eyes was absolutely outstanding. Asad Ribic's artwork in this issue is outstanding. And one thing I always love is the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And Asad Ribic's artwork, those are on full display. The eyes tell everything, and on there you just see the fear of God in Thor. And I was just so intrigued by seeing this. I mean, Jason Aaron's writing is so spot on, and to see Asad Ribic's artwork to be spot on as well, how could you go wrong? And as you see young Thor just kind of wondering what the hell's actually going on, you get to see our Thor. And he's the Thor that's kind of the person that is not so brash to go into battle. He's more of a methodical person who thinks things through and is trying to better himself, not just as a god, but as a potential king. And so you see him, and he's just reminding himself of his life and what he has witnessed with the God Butcher. And so you got this great chemistry where you got this story that could easily just destroy itself, where it just flows so naturally. And then you got old Thor. And I just love in the first issue, it just gets you into the mind of what every single Thor is like. And to see this old man ready to die as a warrior, and to see everything death all around him, it was just so sad. And it was just such an epic start to a story. And then to get the full brash of the God Butcher in issue number 2 just blew my mind. And at this point I saw that Jason Aaron was doing a thing where if there was going to be any real action, it was going to be in young Thor's life. If there's going to be any trying to figure out what's going on, it's going to be in the Thor that we know. And if it's ever going to be the consequences of all that learning, it will be in the older Thor. And I gotta say, people, the God Butcherer is so methodical, is so sinister, that he is easily on par with Thor, if not even more. There's so much intrigue in the story. There's so much depth. There's so much chemistry. There's so much, everything that you want in a comic is in this book. And there's nothing that was most enjoyable than when you saw that just a small segment of a book where you got Thor and Iron Man, and you see the chemistry between these two. And you see Thor tell Iron Man how much he appreciates him, how much he sees him as Iron Man's a god himself, and how he's the smartest man he's ever met, and how even as the years go by, he will always remember the name Tony Stark. And to see the respect he has for Iron Man just was so small in the story, but it just, in the grander scheme of things, it was just so large. To see this God tell a person that I bow down to you almost as you are immortal. Should be a god, but you're not. And just to see that respect, which is absolutely outstanding. If you're a person who wants to read a book that you don't know what to expect, read Thor God of Thunder Volume 1. You will not be disappointed. If you're a person that needs a proof that how good Thor can actually be, and if he can actually work in the Marvel Universe as a god, look no further than this book. This book has so much intrigue, has so much action, has so much everything you want in a book. Look no further than Thor God of Thunder. I wish I jumped in on this book a long time ago, but I'm so glad that I'm able to now with the help of Marvel Unlimited. So this book was pure amazement. And so in the end, Thor God of Thunder Volume 1 gets a 5 out of 5. Fantastic book. Everybody go out and pick this book up if you haven't. And I cannot wait to read Volume 2 with the God Bomb. Oh man, this is going to be so epic. So I'll see you guys next time on another Marvel Monday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow actually with the review of the first 3 issues of Zero. So I'll see you guys on Indie Tuesday, and I'll see you guys next time.